Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the first verse I want to bring out is in John, in the book of John. Let me grab my sword. John chapter 2, verse 16. It says, and he said to those selling the doves, take these things away from here. Stop making the house of my Father a house of merchandise. So he said, stop making the house of his father the house of merchandise. And because they were selling doves, they were selling lamb. And so this is an easy concept. It's not hard to understand. It said, take these things hence, make not my Father's house an house of merchandise. So that's the first verse that cuts these individuals that fall into the trap of using the ministry to make money. Then when you go into, let's see what the description of the wicked men would do. Jeremiah 5 and let's see, Jeremiah 5 and 26. Now this is what the wicked men would do. It say, for among my people are found wicked men, they lie wait, and as he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men. 27. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. So these individuals was chasing money, and they was setting traps for the other individuals because they was out for money. They wasn't looking out for these people' best interest. They was focusing on money. Okay, what else we got? We all know the famous verse in Isaiah. What did Isaiah say? That the men that wasn't in agreement with the spirit, what would they do? Isaiah 56 and 10, it said, his watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot speak, sleeping, lying down, loving the slumber. Verse 11, yeah, they are greedy dogs, which cannot have enough, they are shepherds that cannot understand, they all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter. So these individuals, they were so busy looking out for their gain and being greedy. See, they wasn't giving shepherding the flock right, cause they steady trying to make money. They trying to use the ministry to make money, when this was something that they would have never experienced if they just was a regular person not dealing with the ministry, like Pastor Pochop. See, if he wasn't dealing with the ministry of the Bible, these preachers would not be filthy rich like T.D. Jakes. He wouldn't have $22 million if he wasn't using the Bible. See, if he wasn't using the Bible and starting to sell product, sell stuff, and make movies and do all these other things outside of preaching, he wouldn't have this money. Nobody would pay him any attention. Nobody wouldn't even know him. He wouldn't even be known. Now let me get filthy lucre. It says, not giving the wine, nor a striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, be patient, not a brawler, or not covetous. 1 Timothy 3:8. Likewise must be the deacon be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre. For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry or quick to be angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre. Titus 1:11, whose mouth must be stopped, who convert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. See, when you go into the fringes, see, when you selling this stuff that require fringes, and you got other guys that do the fringes and you do the t-shirts, but you selling t-shirts, now you're gonna press the law. You're gonna press individuals and tell them you got to do the law, and you got to have these fringes on every day, and every time you leave the house, and every time somebody see you, you got to have on fringes. When the law don't say that, but you gonna be motivated to teach these things because you out for your money. See, you trying to live off selling these t-shirts and sweaters and hats and drinks and all kind of other apparel and paraphernalia. See, you trying to make money off of this stuff, so you gonna make all kind of bend the law, because in the law it don't say when and where to do these things. You see, in the nation of Israel, they wore their garments every day because they was in their own nation. The Romans and the Persians didn't mess with them for doing these things. Everybody and all of them knew they was Israelites. See, our people don't even know they're Israelites. They gonna demonize you because they believe in Christianity. Then the so-called enemies, they gonna look at you and set you up. You see, individuals wanna act like the law said to do this thing every day, and it don't. They adding that into the word because they selling apparel, and they making the Lord's house uh a house of merchandise, because nobody would have knew none of these people, man. 1 Timothy 5:2, it say, feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. See, don't you trying to push the law, the law, the law. You ain't doing this part of the law every day, when it don't tell you to do that part of the law every day and every time you leave your house, and all, it don't tell you none of that. But they adding that to the law because they doing it they looking out for their pockets. That's why they want to push. Oh, it's every day. If you on the street, people teaching in their house, teaching on the streets, but no, that ain't enough. See, you got to wear this. You got to have this thing on every time you outside, man. You going to the store, you got to have this thing on. You can't just go to the store without this on. The law don't say none of this. This stuff is not in the law. And then there's all kind of parts of the law that it's easy for them to do, like put the little Bible thing on your forehead, the law on your forehead. You can walk around with that thing on your forehead. I forgot the name of the thing. But you can walk around with that thing on your forehead. But they don't do that. See? But they want to press all these other laws without using wisdom. And they say everything is lawful, but everything ain't profitable, expedient. It's not always profitable. Just like having 10 wives. It's lawful to have 10 wives, but is it profitable to have 10 women under you, and you trying to set these 10 women in order? See, everything just because the law say something don't mean it's profitable. You have to do that thing in wisdom. It got to be wisdom with the law. The law is not just uh so it's not just so simple like that where you just can throw anything out there and say, oh, this is what the law say, and then add all kind of other crap on there. But that's what it is at the end of the day. You just adding to the law. Let me get that. Because that's what these individuals doing. And first of all, the whole Bible is the law. Let me get that first. It said, this is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. All of this word, all of these words is the commandments of God. Not just the 613 laws. Everything written in this book, man. But these individuals want to act like it's just 613 laws and everything. Ain't it? They trying to throw out some of the things that Paul said. So this is the major issue that we having individuals with this money. Now we know about the rich man. He couldn't follow Yahweh Shah because he wanted money. He wanted to get this money. He couldn't follow Yahweh Shah. That was his problem. You see, look at this one. It say, let's see here. Now I want this verse, but I'm gonna come back down to it. I'm gonna come back down to that one. Let's get this one at the top first. Okay, verse 9. It say, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. See, it's a trap. See, going against the wisdom of not using the truth and the ministry to fatten your pockets and to live off the ministry, that's a trap. And into many foolish and hurtful lusts. See, you lusting to sell this product, and now you trying to tell people they gotta wear fringes every day and everywhere they go, or and then if they ain't doing it and they tell you they ain't gotta do it, you saying they telling people not to do the law when that ain't what they saying. They saying you ain't got to wear these fringes every day. That's all. That's what they saying. They ain't say you ain't got to do the law, because the people that's wearing fringes now, women they can wear it because they ain't got to go through a lot. They can leave the house because they got a man over them. But a man, see, that's a whole nother situation, especially if you preaching. But even the women got to use wisdom. You just don't jump out there and do stuff. Because women, if they brave enough to put on that dress, the fringes ain't gonna change too much anyway, because they gonna stick out like a sore thumb just wearing the dress. But these men who preaching, that's a whole nother story right there. they gonna use wisdom because they got to do both things. They got to be in the world and they got to preach. Now, look at verse 10. It say, for the love of money. See, this is the whole thing. The love of money is what's causing the problem. Cause see, you in love with this money so much, you know it's a major conflict in the scriptures with people using the ministry for to make money. You know, you come up with some excuse so you can use the ministry to make money. And you know it. But see, the conflict is you in love with the money so much, you gonna look over that thing. He went in there and whooped everybody. It's the only account where he showed his anger and disdain. Not the only one, but it's one of the main ones that he showed his disdain for individuals dealing with money and merchandise in the ministry or with God in general. He went in there and whooped people's up. Now, they thinking they gonna ignore that thing, man. Look at the rest of the verse 10, which while some covered after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Because when the truth come out, what you trying to do and what you been doing, it's not gonna be a pretty sight, man. When you start to get cut for using the ministry for money, to get your money, when everybody else getting it. Look at Paul, man. Apostle Paul, he wasn't using the ministry for nothing. He told them, man, I ain't come and ask y'all for nothing. I ain't asked y'all for no money. He was selling tents to regular people. He had a business outside of the ministry. He wasn't using the ministry for his business. See, you're not selling t-shirts and apparel to Negroes on the street. You're not selling them. So you selling apparel to regular Negroes and white peoples and Chinese peoples. You're not selling t-shirts for that. You selling t-shirts for Hebrew Israelites, for the ministry, people in the ministry with Bible scriptures. People that know you from the ministry. That's what you selling. That's what you using the house of God for. See, because you can sell t-shirts all day. You can sell you can start you a clothing line, but don't promote it to the people that's in the ministry. Don't add it with the ministry. It ain't got nothing to do with the ministry. But then you go against the curses because he didn't say he gonna lift no curses off nobody. Now look at verse 17. It say, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Then it talks about being good, rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate. This is what people is going off about. See, and that's why the Spirit is bringing all this stuff to the head. That's why the Spirit brought that guy to the camp, and he said, hey, man, well, you ain't got your fringes on. Then it went viral from there, because the ministry is not to be used to make money. See, being in Christianity, we knew this stuff, man. We knew pork chop pastors was all trying to make money. They were using the ministry to make money, get rich, prosperity preaching. It's all known. It's old information. So you just because you find out you're an Israelite, you can't jump in here and say, "Oh, we are Israelite, and we're gonna use this ministry to make money." No, you cannot. That's an old thing. They got exposing preachers all over the place. The news, the crooked, wicked behind news reporters is exposing preachers for living lavishly off the ministry. Cause nobody knew none of them uh preachers if they wasn't in the pulpit somewhere. Nobody would have known them and wouldn't have cared to donate nothing to their life. Now, that's another thing with the super chat these people be using. Is the that tithe thing is not in effect, man. Everything dealing with that temple, that thing is not in effect, and you pretty much saying Yahushua, then it ain't got no meaning. He ain't the high priest, and it ain't. See, this, man, I'm telling you, they crossing major lines, but it's being exposed through the spirit. Now, I want to get I got the filthy lucre. Oh, that verse about these fringes. Let's see here. Let's get this fringes thing. Once again, it says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue." 39, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your... Now, hold on. Did that say do them every day? Did that say do them every time you go outside? It just say do them. It's just like if your parents tell you clean up your room and clean up the house. If they don't tell you when, they gonna have to clarify to you. If they come to you and tell you, "Hey, I told you to clean up this house." Well, you didn't tell me when. You didn't give me no kind of time thing on this thing now. You got to. They're gonna tell you clean before I make it home from work. I want this house clean because my mama did it every time. I want this house clean. When you come home from school, clean your room. They gonna tell you when. But this is just a commandment, so they can remember the commandment. It says, "Seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring." Because this is why you trying to remember the commandments and do the commandments, so you won't be disobedient and live the life how you want to live it, like these 2/3 Negroes in the street. I'm gonna live how I want to live. See, but it don't specify. It don't tell you when and where to wear these fringes. Now, if somebody gonna produce that evidence, they need to go ahead and produce it, because they can't. And you saying Yahweh warm and the Israelites warm every day, that's not gonna cut it. The law don't say to wear it every day. The whole nation was doing the law. It was a common thing in their culture. That's another thing. It's a heritage. The law is a heritage also. So that was a part of their heritage. And they knew there was Israelites. These people in America don't know nobody's Israelites. And the people that they do come across and hit at the Israelites, they're in the mindset that these people hate everybody. They're a hate group. It's been all over the news, man, all over the place. Why in the world is you gonna push the envelope when you supposed to be peaceable with all men, and you don't supposed to have appearance of evil? When they see you, they gonna instantly think that. Now, when they see you on the corner with fringes in the Bible with your brethren, see what you thinking then? You right in the house of God instantly. But you just in the store somewhere. You just you trying to wham at your job. See, you walking down the street or going somewhere by yourself with the fringes on. See, now you just You making you just making it hard when it ain't that hard. He gave us freedom. Then he didn't look at the grace. That lets you see why he didn't tell you every day. I want you to every time you leave your house. Because he give grace, man. He don't sit up there and make it grievous. So that's what they want to do. They want to make the law grievous. Where is it? It say, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. See, his commandments is not grievous. You're not going to sit there and tell somebody that the law say you got to wear that thing every day. Every time you leave the house. Why you ain't got your fringes on? Where your fringes? Say the law don't tell you out every time you see me, you got to see some fringes flying up from under my clothes, or I got to tell you, I got my fringes on, it's under my clothes. And all of this, let your light shine. See, your light is not gonna shine to these people of the world. Let's get that real quick. See, because I know the verses that these people go to spew their madness. What is it? I'm thinking 14. I might have to go into my other thing. Yeah, 14, 17. It said, even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. See, the truth is the light, man. Even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye knoweth him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. These people are not gonna receive the light. And because you got on fringes, they gonna say, "Oh, that's a wonderful thing he doing." That's the truth, man. He wearing fringes. He trying to remember the law. Them niggas is not finna, or them dragons is not finna look at you and receive that crap that you talking about. Now you being at peace with all men, that is gonna glorify your Father that's in heaven. Because what they gonna say, you at peace with them. But you talking about letting your light shine because you got on some fringes that they don't know nothing about. And when you look when you go into the Old Testament, they're gonna tell you you're going off instantly. They not gonna receive the truth. See, but see, people ain't trying to use logic to the situation, and they pushing for money. That's what blind people, man. Money blind individual. See, when you messing with people money, then they get mad, boy, they be hot with you. You trying to mess with my money, man. That's my money you messing with. And I'll kill you. See, it's be about that money. Let me see if I can grab this verse. Look at that, 6 and 24. It say, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. See, it take you some time to get this money. Now, I got one. In the Apocrypha, it's a powerful verse. They talk about business. Let me see, man. I just saw this verse the other day. I need to add it to this video. It talked about business and how a man dealing with this business, he gonna go off every darn time. Here it go. This might be it. No, this I don't think this is it, but let's see. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, but he that have little business shall become wise. See, that's one. See, you got a lot of business. You're gonna be an idiot, but here go the one right here, I think. It says a wicked man transgressing the commandments of the Lord shall fall into suretyship, and he that undertaketh the following and followeth other men's business for gain shall fall into suits. I don't know. I don't think that's the one. It was kind of saying that they gonna go off. Yeah, I think it was that last one. Yeah, it was this last one. Let me check Ezra, see if Ezra is on here. Oh, this might be it. And these keep watch round about him, neither may any one depart and do his own business, neither him, disobey they him in anything. Hmm. No, I don't know if this the one. And do his own business. Hmm. I guess the 3824 is the one I wanted. Well, this is pretty much the issue that people got going on. I want to put it all out there about these fringes, boy. And, oh, let me get that revelation. I want to add that to the archives. Let's see which one. 19. If any man take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. Then at verse 18 it say, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plague that are written in this book. So, taking away from the law of fringes ain't happening when you say you ain't got to do this thing every day. But when you say you got to do it every day, you adding to the words, man. You just added a whole bunch of words. Yahweh shall warm every day. Come on, man. That's a whole nother situation. And that's what people like to do. They like to switch the context. They like to act like the context don't matter. And they know full well the context matter every time. Every time. These people, that's why the same thing they were doing by keeping the law is not the same. You ain't got to sit up there and sacrifice a goat. Why? Because the context has changed. Yahweh Shah is the high priest, and we are living sacrifices. We presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. So how in the world do context not matter? Context matter, and these people want to just promote their little business. See, that's the harder Let me go to this verse, because see, this word gonna tell you when you going off. Is it Peter? No, the word gonna get you when you going off. It say, for the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intentions of intents of the heart. See, it's showing what's your intention. If you so much want to push a doctrine that's closely connected to your business, see, this word finna discern that you trying to use the ministry for filthy lucre. This is how you living. You trying to live off of this doctrine that people got to wear fringes every day, every time they go outside, and put it on any kind of garment, put it on their t-shirt, their sweater, their hat, they anything they got on their body. Wear zigzags, and we selling zigzags, and we selling all kind of Israelite apparel. This is what they doing, man. But the word gonna chop you up and let you know you doing it for filthy lucre. It ain't got to be rich. See, it's just the fact that you trying to make money off the ministry. You ain't got to be TD Jakes with $22 million. Even though it is some clothing lines out there that's pushing that type of money. Because people got to buy clothes all the time. And the whole situation, how you on the little commercial, breaking it down. See, you on the commercial breaking it down, letting you see you done meditated on this thing and tried to your little heart, your little mind and came up with some excuse. Yeah, man, we don't got business in the hood. Oh, I meant to get the curses. Let me get the curses, cause see, people's in their little let their little mind take control of them. 48. Now, how is this possible, man? This is what I want to know. It says, therefore shall you serve your enemies, which the Lord shall send against you in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. See, this is what you gonna do. All this, we need to support each other and buy start our own businesses and all this type of stuff. Like the curses ain't them just flew out the window. Like the curses just flew out the window. Look at verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store, thy business. Cursed shall be your business. See, even if you do get your business jumped off, it's going to be a curse. Because Yahweh ain't trying to push you to push no business. And the only business that's working for you is through the ministry. If you have a business, nobody don't know you, man. Nobody don't know you. Only time a rapper can start a business because he done dropped the album and he's selling apparel now. Well, we Wu-Tang, we got our apparel. See, we Wu-Tang Clan. These basketball players, they start selling clothes and apparel because they feeding off of the NBA. They wasn't playing NBA, ain't nobody buying Michael Jordan shoes. He ain't playing the NBA. See, you using one situation to sell your product, because if you is a Negro in America, Black, Spanish, Native American, Israelite, you is under these curses. And the reason that the stores don't prosper and you get rich around here where you can be able to help somebody else or do something for somebody else, because now you taking them away from their curses. Which is, if you can try it if you want, but you can give them the money, the curse still on them, and they gonna blow the money. They gonna get killed. Something gonna happen to them because you ain't getting over these curses. The curse is supposed to happen to the whole nation, and the whole nation going through the curse. This is not an individual thing. The whole nation gonna go through this curse, and 30,000 Israelites ain't gonna get rich and then act like they gonna help out the other one. No, 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 no. All you Negroes gonna be poor, uh, broke, depending on these other nations. Plain and simple. In captivity, you not finna have no wealth. First of all, this little money ain't no wealth anyway. Land is wealth. See, but these people is pushing for this little fake behind money, compromising their faith, but the Lord put the spirit on them to do it because just like it said in 1 Timothy, it's a trap, man. It's true. This riches is a trap for the darn Edomites. It's a trap. The whole situation is a trap. Only time the riches is gonna mean something is in the kingdom when the Israelites is gonna get the riches. These other nations right now, man, that stuff is a trap. Cause guess what? You finna lose it all, and it's gonna hurt. A lot of them jump off of the building when they do lose their little money. But these Negroes trying to get out of the curses, you can't get out the curses, man. Like in Proverbs, it say, I don't want to be rich, I don't want to be poor. Just give me what I need to survive and make it through doing my duties of keeping his commandment. That's the whole thing. But see, people want to start businesses, and that's the main tool to get rich. Everybody know that. If you want to get rich, you got to start a business. If you're working for somebody, you're not gonna get rich. You're just gonna make it do. Make enough just to pay your bill. But if you want to get rich, start you a clothing line, start you a restaurant, start you some kind of real estate. See, what it say for hunger, um, hunger, clothing. Oh, let's go back to it real quick. It say hunger, thirst, and nakedness. Start you a lemonade stand on the side of the road, or get you a 50-cent vitamin water. See, get you a bit of something in those areas of business, and you're gonna blow up. You're gonna be rich instantly. But see, the curses is that you ain't finna happen, brother. So go ahead and give it up and live a regular life and preach the word. Get you a job and preach the word. Serve your enemy and preach the word. See, that's what you're going to have to do. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. The blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.